Hey everybody, welcome back to DungeonGear.net. This is Nethervoid doing another strategy series today. I'm doing it on the IS-4 today, the Beast tank, the Superman tank, the one you all know and love and well, probably hate, the IS-4 baby. This thing is a tier 9 Russian medium or Russian heavy, and it is a 4-speed reckon with. The IS-3 was fun, but this tank is the funnest tank I've ever played to date. And that's, obviously when it's fully upgraded, it's ridiculous. When you first get it, when it's stock, it's okay, but when it's fully upgraded, this tank just rolls over everybody. You don't have to worry a lot about stuff. Don't get hit by arty. That's about it, because this tank is going to rock them. So let's get right into it. I've already talked about. I haven't talked about yet. Is the awesome armor on this thing? We got 250 turret armor in the front on the upgraded turret. We got angles on the turret right there, so that effectively means if you hit it there, you're not going to hit. Even if you don't ricochet, that's going to be like trying to penetrate about 400 millimeters of armor. On the side of the turret, we got 200 millimeters of armor, which is still ridiculous and is highly angled. So now you can, see you got a guy facing like that, you can turn over and actually shoot a guy over here and not worry about being hit in the side of the turret, unless you're going up maybe against a T-30 or something like that. But so that's kind of nice. A lot of the other tanks you can't turn the turret like that and engage two guys and still come out on top and not worry too much. Back turret armor on this thing, 170, still really good. I don't think there's much angling. There's a little bit, but still 170 is nice for the backside of the turret. Again, pretty high for I would say most tanks. So side armor 160, still pretty hard to pen. Tier 8s can pen it. I'm not sure if the long 88 can pen it, possibly if it's totally perpendicular and very up close. But really great armor on the side. And in the back, 100 mil armor, not great, but we might as well get right into all these angles. Look at those, angles everywhere. Try to hit maybe in this lower plate in the back, because you're going to bounce shots off that sucker. You're going to ricochet. You're going to ricochet off the side. There, there. Maybe not, just shoot it right in the tracks maybe. If you go for one of these fuel tanks, probably going to ricochet after that. The front, forget about it. Look at that. You're not hitting them there. You're not hitting them there. You're not hitting them anywhere in here. You're all gonna just bounce off that sucker. So just armor angles everywhere. Another thing that's great about it, low profile. Most heavies are coming in up here, and remember, I've talked about more recently in other videos, there are actually 6 points that determine whether you're visible or not to the enemy, and one of the ones comes right off the top of the turret right there, the highest part of the tank. So you want that tank turret to be as low as possible, and you want your tank to be as narrow as possible, and this thing is pretty small, pretty compact. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, heavies are never going to be stealthy, but as far as heavies go, this is probably one of the more stealthy heavies. That's pretty awesome. Now let's go over the weak. What I'm going to try to start doing for tier 8, 9, and 10s is tell you the weak parts of the tank where you can hit the sucker if you come up against it. Because when I was in tier 7s and 8s and I saw the front of this thing coming at me, I just went the other way. I mean, I wasn't going up against this guy. What am I going to do to him? Then he's going to hit me with that 500 damage gun. Forget it. I was out of there. This thing is such a force to be reckoned with, and that's might as well talk about that now. One thing you can do with this thing is you can throw your weight around with this thing. A lot of times I'll come up with an ally fighting an enemy, and it's just 1v1 with them, and they see me pop around the corner, and they're just trying to get out of there. They're like, you know what, there's no way I'm out of here. Because you see an IS-4, and if you're not a tier 9 or above, you're going to crap your pants. So that's what I love about this tank. It incites fear into people. But anyway, let's get back to the soft parts of this tank. Obviously, lower glacis is a soft spot like most tanks, and then treads right here. If you're really up close and you have to angle your gun down, that's going to probably deflect off there. I was reading that on the forums. Good, that was a great point the guy made. So try to back way up and then hit him so you get more direct on shot. If you're penning the front, this is a 120 millimeter plate right here where the driver sits and views. I think he gets in right there. That's the driver hatch, I think. But it's 120 millimeter instead of 160, so that's a little easier to pen. If you put it right through that hatch, you should be able to pen it with the long 88. If you've got a BL10 or some huge penetration gun, you can hit it right here in the kind of flat part in the front, the rounded area of the front turret right here. If you hit this mantle, forget it. It's almost like 300 mil armor or something like that. So you're just not going to hit it there. So if you're in the front of the tank here, go for the driver port, the lower plate, or if you have a huge gun, and it's hold down completely, you can hit it right here. Obviously, the sides are going to go right for this meaty area. If you hit up here, you're either going to ding off it or get maybe deflected. If you're in the back, just shoot this lower plate here. Try to get a long shot straight into the lower plate there. Or if you can hit the ammo rack if you hit it on the right side here in the back of the turret. If you have a nice penetrating gun right there, that's a good place to hit it. So those are the small little weaknesses you can look for on the IS-4. Let's get into upgrades here. Starting with the radio, now that you're in the IS-4, you're going to be in this tank a long time, and you're going to be in the IS-7 after, well, it won't matter in the IS-7 because you're going to start out with what radio you're going to keep, but the 830 meter radio is pretty good. I think it's 50 or 60,000. It's probably worth getting at this point. It's not much for you if you have an IS-4. Tracks, you don't get a lot out of it. You get 2 degrees per second turning, but you really, what you're going for is a low limit, so you can put the turret and the gun on it. I'm not sure if you can skip getting these tracks to go straight for the turret, and I'll have to look into that when we get to the tech tree. The engine, not a huge upgrade, but one of the things I didn't talk about is this thing's pretty mobile for being one of the most armored Russian tanks that they have. With that 700 horsepower engine, you can push that 61 tons pretty quick. You can get up to this 35 speed limit pretty easily. It's pretty nice to be able to, you can flank guys with it a little bit. You don't have to because you can get right in their face. This thing's so insane. But you can flank if you have to. You can maneuver a lot. I have this E75. It's not fully upgraded yet, but this thing, it just doesn't turn like the IS-4 does. It just doesn't get there yet. And I don't have the biggest engine on it, the 1200 horsepower engine. It's just not the same. This thing's more maneuverable. It's got good traverse speed at 27 and 23 on the turret for a combined 50 traverse speed. So it's not easy to flank to get circled in this tank, but you still can get circled. So don't press in too far if you're going to get circled like that. But it's still very mobile and it has great turning speeds. So let's get back to the engine. Not a great upgrade, but at least you get that 15% chance of impact instead of 20 for fire on impact. The turret is such a difference. When you leave this stock turret 170 armor, which is still not horrible, but it's not great. If you see somebody with that crappy turret, hit them right in that turret, you're going to be able to pen them. You move up to that 250, you can get hull down, and you're probably not going to get hit. Nobody's going to be able to hit you. BL-10, maybe, some other guns like that on those huge TDs and stuff, but that is a ridiculous amount of armor for the front there. Nicely armored. The gun, you should not be starting out with a Zedia gun. You should have this BL-9. I think you can pop that BL-9 on there without getting any other upgrades. Try it right when you get unlock this tank, and at least you're getting a 225 pen gun with 390 damage, which isn't horrible, but there's a huge difference when you get this 2 extra, 35 pen. You can start damaging all the tier 9s. You can go up against IS-4s. I don't worry about them anymore. Mouse is still tough just because it's so armored, but you just have to learn how to hit where to hit it, and that 500 damage it just hurts people bad. I love this gun. It's so awesome. It's the same gun that's on the IS-7, which is kind of a bummer for the IS-7, but the IS-7 does get a reloading increase, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, this is a huge gun. It's pretty awesome. So now that I've talked about the upgrades and the tank in general, let's talk about the tech tree. So we're on Andrew Punk's account looking at the tech tree here, and I have looks like you do get the 122 D25T as stock, not this idiot gun. I don't know why you would put that on there, or why it's an upgrade. It's a tier 7 gun. I don't even know why it's in the tree. But I was also looking at the load, and the load capacity you have available is about 0.5 tons right here. I'm sorry, 0.4 tons. But luckily enough, if you look at this gun, it's 2.6. And then if you look at the BL-9, which you should have from the IS-3, it's 2.8. So you should be able to put that gun on right away, which is awesome. If you had to start out with this gun, you'd be hating life. You're not going to hit anything with that. I mean, the long 88's got more pen than that. So you really be lucky that you can bump right up to the BL-9, start churning out the credits, and mainly the XP, because this thing, it does take a while to get a couple of the upgrades to start moving up the chain here. So right when you get that BL-9, you're just going to have to go for the tracks because you're going to be maxed out. There's nothing else you can do. You need to hit this track. After this track, you can go... I went straight up for the upgraded turret because having that stock turret is it's a huge crutch. Well, I'm sorry, it's not a crutch. It makes you a really weak IS-4. When you spawn on the map with with the stock turret on the IS-4, you're really hurting your team because it's really hard to push other tier 9s and even tier 10s and stuff if you have to. You can't push those guys. You're going to have to try to kind of snipe and stuff and flank. So you're really hurting your team. So tracks, turret, and then go right for this 130. This thing is a beast. Once you've got this thing unlocked, throw it on there. You're going to be moving like molasses, but that's okay. But now you're hitting for 490 damage with great pen. Now you're a great tank. You're a good IS-4. You're hitting people. You're jacking people up. Then you can get this tank, or I'm sorry, this engine, and then now I got some mobility, and everything should be peachy at that point. Unlock the rest of the tank, and then start on the IS-7, which 178,000. If you've gotten this far in IS-4 and everything, it's not that bad. I think the IS-3 to IS-4 is like 130 or 140, so you should be pretty used to this kind of grind at this point. But this tank's fun to play. It's not like a horrible grind like some people think of the Tiger, which once you get it fully unlocked, the Tiger, the original Tiger's fun, but it's still a grind because that tank is so weak. You can't. It's really hard to have fun. This tank, I get right in people's face. I'm all over the map. I'm king crap because this thing is insane. So anyway, that's the tech tree, and I'll throw up the order. Let's do the order again. You should have the BL9 unlocked already, so go for tracks, upgraded turret, big gun, and the engine. Fill everything out. Go for the IS-7. All right, let's get back to my account. So we're back. We're done with the tech tree now. We're going to go into equipment. This is maybe not so obvious. The first two are obvious. I always go vent and rammer. That really helps that slow loading gun and that rammer. Now for the E75 and the T29, I went with Spall Liner because they seem to attract more RD, especially the E75. It's kind of a slow tank. It's really big, and so it's kind of an RD magnet. The IS-4 on the other hand, kind of slow a little bit. It's a little more mobile, so I went with the vertical stab to get that accuracy when I'm moving around, and I think it's helped. It's definitely helps me on my peekaboo to take a shot because I can get my shot off a lot faster. I pop out and my reticle doesn't blow up like a balloon. So I like the vert stab. The Spall Liner would not be a bad idea. I just don't find I get RD'd as much in the IS-4, probably because I can get into position and hide from RD a lot faster. The E75 is a little slower. It's a little harder to get into position, especially when you're stock. It's slow. You cannot move this tank stock, so I got the Spall Liner on that sucker. T29, kind of the same thing. Don't really need the vert stab on that thing because I'm usually stationary when I'm firing that thing, and I'm hold down with my turret sticking out, so I got the Spall Liner. Plus, once I'm up into, I think, the American end of the line, what you're going to do at this level of the game when you're buying equipment for this line is think of the final tank that you're getting. The IS-7, I want the vert stab because that thing is supposed to be a shock troop. It's supposed to be moving around and responding to stuff, so I'd rather have the vert stab because it's supposed to be kind of a DPS tank a little bit. But like on the E100, while it does pack a big punch, it's like a tank. Well, a tank, haha, it's funny. No pun intended, I guess, or is. But you want that Spall Liner so you can take a lot of hits and not worry too much about it. So anyway, that's what I would do with the equipment. So standard consumables, it's kind of obvious here. I only have 4 heat rounds. I've never actually fired a heat round as far as I can remember out of this tank. 20 rounds seems to be good. I never run out of ammo. If you find yourself running out of ammo, just kind of get some more ammo. Your crew should look about like this once you've upgraded, you're fully upgraded, maybe a little less. I did a little bit extra grinding on some tanks, and so that's why I have 91% on my secondary here. Obviously, if this is your first time go full repair, I didn't do that because this was pre-patch. But now I'll be filling out. I should be able to have both of my first and second specialties finished and third one unlocked by the time I get the IS-7. I've already got 57,000 of it. So 120 more shouldn't take too long. So that's pretty much this tank. 4 crew members, that's kind of nice. And I think I've talked about everything. So let's get some games with this thing. So real quick, I want to talk about how you actually would play this tank. What I'm going to try to do with this tank is I'm going to push, if I'm one of the top heavies, I'm going to try to push. I'm going to throw my weight around, let smaller tanks go behind me, push my line. That's going to be my job, is to push my line. I'm also taking guys out if I can, obviously with my big gun. But I'm pushing my line. I'm hitting the tanks that are harder to hit. Unless I don't have a shot on a hard to hit tank, then I'll take out a softer tank. But in general, I'm going to try to hit the harder to hit tanks because I do have the high pen gun. If I'm with a whole bunch of tier 9s and some tier 10s, I'll probably do some flanking and try to do pincer moves on people. And what I mean by that is a new thing I've been doing a lot is, say the enemy's here, if you can see my cursor, and these fans are us, and maybe we're grouped. I like to split up. I'll wait to see where the other guy goes, and I'll split up and go around so that we can get some pincer. So as you can see, I spawned as one of the biggest, heaviest tanks, especially with that Yag Tiger that we have. So I just want to talk about this map real quick. A lot of times I like to go north, some good action in here, and I have really good time hitting people right here. You can go back in the back and kind of push this side. It's usually kind of weak. A lot of people like to go down here and fight here. I get artied a lot there, and people crest over and kind of swarm us there. I don't like it too much. You can also sit up here and snipe, not in this tank, but you can. Or you can go down into the middle here and get some good shots on this lower south, or keep people from coming across the bridge. That's also a good spot. And if the north dies out, you can turn back and kind of cover for the north. Let's see what people do. Actually, as the higher tank, I'm probably going to want to start moving. Good, Tiger 2. Got Tiger 2 going with me. Yag Tiger's up there. This is going to be a good side. To me, the south it's good, but it's too defensive. And when you're in a big tank like this, you need to be pushing. You need to be aggressive. You cannot be sitting back in an IS-4, and not as the top tank. Your team's depending on you to make something happen on offense. So that's what I'm going to try to do here, especially with the Yag Tiger. Looks like he's going sneaky style over there. He's going to sit. No, he's going around. That's a good. He's going to go around here where it's really low ground and come up on over here probably. Tiger 2's kind of hiding, not a bad idea. I'm going to go with this Yag Tiger. I'm going to support him because I don't want him to get flanked. He's got a huge gun. Don't want him to get flanked. The Tiger 2's probably going to get hit soon. I wouldn't go that way. I would have hung out that house like he was doing, probably the front house. So this Yag Tiger, if he gets surrounded, especially by Type 59 right there, not a good thing for us. Also remember, when you're out, this is RD City right here. Keep moving. Don't stop moving. Let's see if we can get a shot on this guy. Nope. Okay. Tiger 2. So I kind of want to close the gap here if I can, but I don't want to leave my Yag Tiger buddy. He's pulling up with me, though. I think he knows what I'm doing. Tiger 2, spotting, kind of. That's going to be good. Those things are hard to hit, too. So what else do we got up here? Kiwi 3 is not going to be doing much, but we don't want to get surrounded right here. Sometimes they'll come over this hill right here, get some shots on your back or your sides. I guess he's waiting for us. I'm going to go low. A little bit less arty friendly, actually, but got to keep moving, though. I cannot stop. Here we go. Oh, turret. Right in the Commander Cupula. Did you see that? Commander Cupula usually does not have a lot of armor, if any armor. Don't want that guy to get the Yag Tiger, so I know that's what he's waiting for. Also, once you start working on a tank, keep working the same tank. Take him out. Take his gun out of the game. Let's see. Oh, that Yag Tiger did it. Now we're going to work on this guy. He's hurt. Oh. Let's get a hit on that guy. There we go. Take out their arty. So I'm going to work on this guy right here. Now I'm hull down. There's no way they're going to be able to do anything. Loader's hit. That's not good. Oh, loader's hit. Let's repair let's get that guy back up. It's hard to hit those guys in the front. Wow. Oop. I'm going hull down. What am I doing? Don't be stupid. R2D2. There we go. See, I'm using my turret. Just sit here and snipe. I don't usually snipe in this thing, but oh, free shot. Driver's dead. That's gonna make it tougher. See, he's picking out my weak points. He just shot me right in that 120 mil plate. That's okay. His R2D2 is open for business there. So let me angle. I need to angle my armor a little bit. That was bad on my part. Yeah, let's take this guy out. You're done. Wow, 1%? Seriously? Alright, well, let's just do it one more time, I guess. Gotta get this guy out of there. We're wrecking these guys. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Ah, here we go. Well, we wrecked these guys. It was a great advance. I mean, they still have some good tanks out there, but there goes their other arty. They got one more arty. I'm gonna go low ground. Should probably protect that Yag, but he should be good now. Nobody's gonna be coming after him way up there. That's their last arty. Very good game. Very good. Well, for us. Now, see? The IS-4, I just wrecked those guys, man. And there's not a lot you can do about it. Even that KV-5 kind of knew what he was doing. He hit me right in that front driver plate. That's why my driver died. That's why I was getting hit. But other than that, not a lot you're going to be doing. They hit my loader. I don't know how they did that. Probably was loading heat at that point. I mean, hell, I would too. Alright, you're dead. Sorry, bro. Another, it's kind of a waste of a shell, but hey, he's dead. Kill him. Kill a guy if you can kill him. Don't worry about wasting your shell. Look, I'm just reloading anyway. Who cares? I'm driving really slow because I can't bring my driver back to life. Not that I would. We got this game covered, but T95. This TD is tough. That TD is tough. You got to hit it on the side pretty much or the back. He's gonna die, so I don't even know if I'm able to hit him. Oh, maybe. Maybe. No. No, he's done. That's okay. 3 kills. Feel pretty good about that. That's what it should look like for your top tank. 1200 XP on a regular game. I'll take that. Good job. Killed 3, damaged 3. Good. Alright, let's get another one. So I just want to show real quick, a lot of people say that Tier 9s suck out your cash a lot. If you're good at driving your Tier 9, you can make money. See, what's that, 18, 21,000, 45,000 games. So I make money on this thing. I know I have a premium account, but I believe I would have made money anyway because I only got 50% more cash. So that puts me at 30. I would have made 10 grand on that. Not every game's like that. Usually my games are 800-point games or 900 maybe. But you can make money if you have a premium account, which probably if you're driving these big tanks, you probably have a premium account. So let's get another game here. So on this map, usually the way it works is the heavies go to the city and mediums go kind of around to the right over here. The Type 50 9s might go through the city or straight through and try to break through and get in the back. That's probably the only thing we're going to be able to do to win this. They have a lot of big heavies, the 2 Tiger 2s, the 2 lows, and the E75, plus the KV3s. So in the city, we're probably going to get swamped. Plus, look, that's a IS-3 with the stock turret. Not great for us. So I'm going to try to play a lot of defense right here because I'm going to be outmatched here in the city. So I'm just going to get in here and try to hunker down in the center. Trying not to get flanked too much or at all. There's a great spot you can take right here, which I did on my T29 earlier. Just not let anybody through here. See, the IS-4 is so low. Now I'm hold down right here. This should be good. Oh, I wasn't ready to shoot this guy. That should have been 500 damage right there. And I got penned in the turret. It's interesting. From someone I can't see, too. This is not gonna... What are these guys doing? Heavy should not be camping right there trying to get shots on that drive. Nobody is going to drive over there, dude. They need to come in here and defend like me. Let our see our mediums over here? Wow, they got a lot of heavies here. I know there's one down here, too. You know what? Maybe I will push a little bit. Let's let that guy... Let's see what he's got, what we got here. There, see, that's what I should have done the first time. So we got a 100, an E75, and a KV3 coming up on my flank. You're gonna get shot, bro. He still penned me, though. Must have shot me in the commander cupula, but my commander would be dead. It's not looking too good for us on the right there. Our mediums must have got taken out. Now the heavies are moving up with me. It's a little late, since our whole right side's crushed now. The low will probably come out and try to get a shot on that guy. Or maybe he won't have to if the guy gets too far out there. Yep, didn't have to. There we go. Should be able to one-shot him now. How is he hitting me like that? That gun does not have that much pen. Okay, so he's almost dead. The E-75 is going to be a pain. Here we go. There, he's on fire. So what I'm kind of doing is holding them back, doing as much damage as I can. So far, it's working pretty good. Just take him out of the game. Alright. So, somebody hit that guy pretty hard. That low is still here, though. Let me move up a little bit this time. I'm going to have to deal with that guy, though. I'm not going to be able to go around him. There's that low. I'd really love to hit him. What's this guy doing? Oh. He's trying to hide. E-75's hiding. Already he's about to get jacked. Let's see if I can hit this guy. Nope. Oh, yeah, there we go. Move up a little bit. Come on. I can make it through that whole hole if he moves. Here we go. Yep, there we go. Okay, now I can probably get that E-75, actually. Tiger 2's behind him. That's good. Well, not really. This could turn out better than I thought. See, I played defense really well. Didn't lose my head, even though I was getting hit a lot. Here we go. Boom. Although they are capping, we could still lose this. So right now I told him RTB. This guy should be RTBing. I think I'm going to get stuck right here because I'm not paying attention. So this is going to be a really sorry loss if we lose. And I just went the long way. But we got IS-3s up there. Hopefully he'll get some heat rounds into him. We should be able to win this. We should not lose this game. Here we go. Pin him. Heat. Use heat rounds. There we go. That's right. Good defense. That guy knows what he's doing, even though he had to pay for it. He got hit really hard for that shot. He just has to wait till I get there. He knows I'm going to clean up right when I get there. That's what IS-4 is supposed to do. Here it is. Cleaning up. That's how you do it. That was a really kind of random shot. Let's clean this Tiger up. Then all we have to mess with is the low. Hopefully the low. Wow, it went right through him. So I want to get head to head with this guy. He's going to try to hit me in the lower plate or in the driver plate. Here it is. Alright. Now I gotta get that low. Should not be both going in the same direction, but whatever. Yeah, capping would be a good idea here. This has been a great game. This is definitely showing you the strengths of the IS-4. Head-to-head, playing defense, using my big gun to wreck some people, making them pay for every inch of ground on defense. Then I go on the offense, and with my quick mobility, get around corners and pop people. Like I did with that E-75, popped him right in the side of the turret, although he was pretty much dead. I mean, look at, I got up to my max speed pretty quick here. That's helping me get to the cap. I still have to be careful. That low can be pretty hardy. Let's go right in the front door, though. He's probably not hanging around. I wouldn't be. Now he knows who we are. This is a good place to sit. It's really hard to sneak up on people when they're sitting right here. It's going to be hard to pen me. There he is. I'm just going to go take him out. I feel confident. He's got 40%. This is a little bit risky, but I think it's worth it. Where is he? He's coming around. I'm protected right here. He's not going to do anything. He doesn't want any of this. Let me angle a little bit more. Probably trying to make us waste our shots. Where is he? There he is. He's behind the wall. I'm not going to shoot at him. Here we go. Wow, I shot too low. Should have zoomed in. Let's reload. Okay, now drive up to the side of him now. I think I got him this time. Oh, took out the gun. Wow, that's really ridiculous. Lucky shot. There we go. So, good game. A little bit risky there. The IS-4 is a beast, and I just showed it with a 1,600-point game. Top gun and sniper, and that's a pretty awesome game. Alright, I'll see you guys later. So again, I just did want to show that you can make money on these tier 9 tanks. Of course, premium does help. But look, I only spent 26,000 and I made 54,000, so I got at least almost 20,000 right there. Now this is kind of a ridiculous game. This is not my typical game, but I do usually make 10,000 or so every game I play on this thing if I do a good job. And if you play your tanks well, you'll still make money on a premium account on IS-4, or on a tier 9. Also, if you like this video, please like it, please favorite it. Please subscribe. It helps. Anything to help the channel out. It helps me out, and I appreciate it. And also helps strategy series out. It gets the word out there. The more favorites and likes we get, the higher it gets up there. Get more people to get the strategy, so you can start playing with better people when you do your random battles if they start watching this series. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you later. See you next time.